Did you know that from the day you were born, you were given 7 angels to assist and guide you throughout your life here on earth? Well, my guest today, Tracy Turner, is here to tell us why we're given those 7 angels and how we can actually contact them. So join me with Tracy in conversation on Let's Talk Paranormal next. Welcome to another Let's Talk Paranormal, and welcome to the studio, Tracy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being with us. We're talking about angels today, Tracy. Angels are real?
Yes. Angels are as real as we want them to be. Angels are given to us. They're on the other side, most of them, but yes, they're real.
Mm-hmm. You've had your own personal angel experience, right?
I've had several angel experiences in my life. One angel experience I had was when I gave my father a kidney. I passed over to the other side, saw my angels, had conversation with them and God, and came back. They said my work wasn't done, and so then I knew I had more work to do, and it would be in the paranormal.
Right. How do you know it was actually an angel experience?
When you get an angelic experience, whether it's a voice that you hear here, or whether you're on the other side, it's a vibration much higher than your own. We know what our conscious and our subconscious sounds like. When you're being talked to by your angels or those on the other side, the whole pitch and the vibration change. Also, there's sight that you see, and it's usually of color. They don't always come of the physical, but they'll give you a sign.
Most people think of angels, Tracy, with wings. They don't have wings though, right?
No.
No.
No, but there's energy around them. And that energy for us as man, since the creation of time back in the days of Michelangelo, they gave that when we do physically see an angel, they have an energy or an aura around them. And when that spreads and the colors around them, we associate that with wings.
Right. Now you actually travel the country educating people about angels.
Yes.
And how we can contact them. And you say there are 7 angels that we have at birth.
Yes.
Why 7?
God works in 7 cycles. There's 7 archangels. It's just the amount that he works in, and it's what they've given me.
So who are these angels? Can you name the 7 of them?
I can. I name them by what their job task is. You have a timing angel, you have a blueprint angel, you have a karmic angel, you have a creative angel, you have a psychic angel, you have a guardian angel, and then you have a protectant angel, which is also your Asher.
Right. I just want to say to you that deceased people can't come back as an angel.
Yes, they can.
They can.
But they won't come back to you as your angel. But yes, it's a cycle. When someone is deceased, they go to heaven, they look at their life with God and their angels, and then they work the work that they have to do in heaven, and then God calls them up to say, now I want you to now be an angel for someone else. They are on earth, go do your work, and this is the job that I'm giving you. They will do their work as an angel, following someone here until that person passes over and the cycle is returned again.
Why would God do this? Why would God give us 7 angels?
Because his spirit is so busy, and it's all about our spirits nurturing and doing our journey, whether it's on earth or in heaven. It's a constant evolution and a constant recycling of spirit and soul. And so whether we're doing our work here on earth or in heaven or in another galaxy, it's still the same work or journey that we're doing. We just lose and take form of the body.
What is heaven to you?
Heaven, to what I have seen, and it's not a personal thing, it's what they've shown me. There's levels in heaven. There's different spaces in heaven. There's tasks that we do, and there's places that we go, and it's almost, I call it levels, and there's also 7 levels of heaven.
Right.
To name them, it's difficult, but there's 7 levels.
Okay. Now, our viewers are watching this show today, and they're saying, how does Tracy know all of this? How do you know?
I am a clairvoyant. I have been hearing voices and speaking to those on the other side, whether they're angels, whether they're teachers, whether they're people that have passed over since birth.
Right. We did a show on angels back in April with Gary Quinn, and the viewers that watch Let's Talk Paranormal obviously must have seen the show. And Gary was suggesting that we can actually contact our angels, ask for guidance
Absolutely.
or help. You share the same view?
Absolutely, absolutely. The only limits that we put between either talking to God or talking to our angels or talking to anybody that's passed over on the other side is our own limitations for not asking. There is no separation. It's just we separate because we cannot hear or see or speak. But they're there ready to help. They're supposed to help. That's their journey. Right. Just like our journey is to go through what we go through here. They absolutely hear us, whether we're speaking or even praying or giving them telepathy, they hear us.
Right. How quickly can the angels help us then?
They help us as much as we are open to be helped. Sometimes the answer is right in front of us, but we don't see.
Right.
So as we write down to paper and put to the paper, the pen to the word to the paper, they're there to give us the answer.
Right. So they can help us with anything and everything that we desire.
That's right, but we have free will.
Right. Okay.
They can't give us the man of our dreams if we don't look for him. They can't heal us if God says it's our time to go, but they can help us make our transition.
Okay. So if angels help us, then are they compensated in some way?
Yes.
And I hate to say compensate, but
we all are compensated. When they do their work, when your timing angel, who has been taken on to be your timing angel, is there for you when you're in a moment of crisis, and at that time you make that decision and it became crystal clear to you, or your protecting angel stops that accident from happening because it's not your time to go to heaven, they are then compensated in heaven when they meet the council of angels, because then they would have done their work.
Right. What is your most profound angel experience that you've had?
Well, for me personally, I don't remember all of my angelic experiences, but I do consult people every day on a daily basis, like Sylvia does and like John Edwards does. And my most profound experiences are when my clients come back to me 2 or 3 years later saying, I didn't understand what you said, and then all of a sudden I started working with my angels and I started believing in what my highest power is, and these things actually happened. These things manifested.
Right.
That to me is the best reward there is, getting someone else in touch with where they need to be.
So there's no actual time frame for anything to happen. All you've got to do is just be focused.
The time frame, there are some time frames. When you ask, you receive. Timing in heaven, just like timing in space, how could something be 80 or 90,000 million light years ahead? In heaven, there is no time. We need patience here.
Right.
But when we do ask, it's given back.
Right.
It's not always in our time, or there may be something that we need to learn along the way.
Right.
But our angels are there to guide us for the appropriate time.
Right. Okay. We have some beautiful pictures of angels that we're going to show the viewers. We're going to, I think, show Archangel Michael first of all. And in this picture, Tracy, he doesn't look much like an angel to me. I mean, look at him. He's got his foot on someone's head. He's got a sword in his right hand.
But he's a protector, and he's protecting God, and he's protecting what there is.
Right.
And he's one of the most powerful angels there is.
What is his duty as Archangel Michael?
His duty is to be the messenger of God.
Right.
And his duty is to protect all of those angels below. And he is one of the highest of the angels that God brings into his counsel.
So he would be protecting.
He protects
us
heaven, he
from-
protects earth, he protects us from everything that there is, and he makes sure that the rhythm is right in heaven as there is on earth. That's what I get from him.
Okay. Let's take a look at the second one. These pictures that we're seeing now, Tracy, are just beautiful images of angels, as you can see here. And I just want to ask you, Tracy, what is God to you?
God to me, God is neither he or she, so there is no sex of God. But God is an energy. God is a love. When I talk to those on the other side, they say God is all that is right and all that is warmth in what we feel our highest power to be. God is your most joyous day.
Right, right. Let's take a look at the next one. And these really are beautiful images of angels that you can see here.
And again, that's energy interpretation. And it is, when you look at that and when you feel the sense of highest and the power that's within it, that's also finding an angel in God.
Right, right. We had a couple of email questions, Tracy. People knew you were coming on the show. And we had a question from Deborah. She was saying, what if I pray for help and guidance from my angels and absolutely nothing happens?
But something will happen. It's when we choose to look at it. When we are in our deepest and darkest tribulations is when our angels are working their hardest, because they're trying to get through to us, see what's before you, take the challenge, ask for help, but walk through the door.
So they pick up on an emotional level.
They pick up on an emotional level. That's also the time we pray. When life is good and everything is the way we want in abundance, we never stop and pray. But that's when our angels need us.
Right.
To make contact with them.
Right. And if we pray every night religiously, there's going to be some form of help. There has to be, right?
There has to be, but they're not looking for you to do it religiously. They're looking for you to do it spiritually.
Right. Just to make that connection.
Or to find a blessing in the day.
Right.
That's doing your angelic work. Or saying hello to someone that you didn't ever say hello to before. You're bestowing a blessing. You're making a karmic connection. Your angel is then at work.
Right. Let's take a look at the next one. And whilst we do that, Tracy, I just want to ask you, what about angels with animals?
There's definitely animals. There's definitely angels. Animals do go to heaven. And angels do watch over animals. It's in a different type of level. Usually it's a less developed angel, one that hasn't spent as much time in heaven. Maybe it's someone that's been to earth more than not, and they'll be attached to the animal, but there is heaven for animals, although animals don't always know that they've passed.
Right.
And they spend a lot of time still in the spiritual body with the person that they love very much.
But that's true to say of human beings too. When we pass, sometimes we don't always know that we've passed.
We don't know if we've passed by an accident.
If something's sudden.
Very sudden, and our timing angel was not with us, or our guardian angel is not with us, then we don't know we've passed. Or if it's accidental death, like it wasn't our time, then we'll be stuck between the etheric plane, and that's where a ghost is, or if we commit suicide. But other than that, we know. They'll come.
Now, something that's just confusing me, and probably our viewers are also thinking the same thing, when you said about the timing of the angel not being there, if it's that angel's duty, then where is that angel?
They're not always perfect either. They have their job to do, but they're being tested by their council of angels. In a major accident, you might be in that moment in time, but you might be caught in someone else's passing because it's a devastation, like an airplane or a train wreck. There are people that are supposed to be going to the other side, and their timing angel and all their angels are doing what they're supposed to do. But then there's other people that may not be. It may not be their time. And those angels didn't do what they were supposed to do. You didn't miss that plane. You didn't miss that train. You didn't stop what you were doing to not be there. And they're accountable as well in heaven.
Right.
And then your soul gets a little lost until it finds its way.
Right.
They have to accompany you.
So then once you cross over, your angels then assist you in what way?
They only assist you in the crossing unless loved ones meet you. Who's ever assigned to meet you meets you. Not all of your angels will meet you. Then those angels will meet to the council, and you meet with God, and you review your life, and they review the work that they did.
Right.
You may not meet them in heaven.
Right. Is there any chance at any one time during this lifetime that we can be assigned an extra angel or two?
I believe we have a parking angel.
We do?
Yes, I do.
What is a parking angel?
When you need to get parking, you say, please, parking angel, come and find me a spot. And that spot comes.
Right. When we're out and about and we're trying to park our vehicles.
That's right. There is the parking angel. There are those on the other side that come. Those are teachers, to be really honest with you, that are not assigned a job.
Right.
They're teachers. They come in. They teach you a lesson. They're an angel of some sort. They teach you a lesson, and then they're done, and they move on.
Right.
They haven't been assigned you for your lifetime.
Right. Okay. Are you actually given angels at the time of blueprint of birth?
Right
Or
before your birth, because you've picked your parents. You're in heaven, and you're working on what your karma is, what your journey is, and right upon birth, you're given the task of what you're going to do, and then boom, you're here, and those angels come right away.
Right.
Unless you are an angel that's only here to experience birth, which God does sometimes. You've done everything else, but you've not experienced birth the way He intends you to, and that's a child that usually is only here for a short amount of time. That's actually an angel, and it goes back to heaven, but just needed to either have closure, have a karmic connection with the parents, or have birth process and they're gone.
Right. Now, you're an intuitive,
Yes.
right, Tracy? And in your readings, you have the assistance of angels
Yes.
that help your clients. What do your clients think of this with the whole angel thing?
When they first sit down, they don't understand, and when they leave, they want more. Because usually one or two angels may come forward, and I'll let them know, did you know that angel in a past life? Which you can, or did you know this angel in heaven? A lot of times people tell me, I feel someone around me, and this is what that feels like. And I say, well, that's your angel.
Right.
It's not someone you've ever known.
Right.
It's a confirmation.
I see. Okay. The second email question I wanted to read to you, Tracy, is from Ken, who said, if angels are here to assist us, then why do we have to try and make contact with them if that's their duty anyway?
It's a blessing. They're not going to assist us unless we ask them.
Right. You have to initially
You have to ask.
make the contact.
They're going to stand back there because they weren't called forward. They don't just do it.
Well, how many times can you call them?
As much as you want to.
Right.
They're going to make you do your work. You're not asking them, although we do.
Right.
We ask them to do everything for us. They're going to say, look, there's only so much we can do.
Right.
And they're going to make you do the journey.
Right.
But your doors are going to open the more you believe and the more you feel.
Right.
And the more you understand it's not a solo journey.
So we're not going to get an annoyed angel if we keep asking?
Absolutely not. That's their job.
Right.
They need
Okay.
to create just like you do.
Right. Okay. We have another picture of a beautiful angel that we're going to show on screen. And look at that, how sweet.
Beautiful.
Isn't that
a lot of
gorgeous?
your angels will have a lot of blue around them. The blue is about spirit.
Right.
Pink is about love.
Right.
So a lot of the angelic things have a lot of blue, not just because of the sky, but just because it brings that fluidity of spirituality with it.
Right. Yes, we chose these pictures because they were just so
And they
beautiful.
touch you.
Yes, they do. Yes,
A lot of them also look like a vision that we would see if we do see an angel. Sometimes when I do see angels from the other side, they actually give me the physical form.
They do.
They do that because that's what you as a person are going to associate with.
Right. So they could come through to you as a human being?
Absolutely.
Or they could just come to you as a golden light?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And it is what you yourself, not what I, but what you feel comfortable with.
Right.
Because we know in heaven there is no physical form, but for us we need an association.
Right.
Sometimes it also may come through as a smell.
Really?
Every
That's
time I
interesting.
smell or feel this, it's my angel.
Really? And what is the smell usually?
It does.
of?
It's what you associate it with.
Right.
But someone like me might say, every time you smell a rose, and they go, "Oh, I just want to let you know it's your creative angel, and she's coming forward, and she happens to feel feminine." And they'll say, every time I sit down to do something, and I'm really challenged, I smell roses. Why? Well, because this is what she does.
Right.
Just to make contact.
Just to make contact. Let's have a look at the next picture. Tracy, if you can take us through step-by-step guide. Look at the color on that.
That's all about everything.
Wow, look at that.
And you know, that is the pure color. A lot of times one will see an angel.
Really?
Because we don't always get
Multi-colored.
form. It's it's auroristic, all of the auras in which someone develops. A lot of times that right there is what you'll see in your bedroom or walking down the hallway in your house, and you think you're dreaming and you're not.
Or sometimes we can just see from the corner of
The
our
peripheral
eye
vision.
something,
Absolutely.
and something is actually there. Well, Tracy, take us through the step-by-step guide of how we can contact our angels. What is the first process of?
The first process is thanking God for your blessings. And when I talk about your spirituality, it's not ever about your religion, because that's different. We're talking about the pure spirit. Then you say to God and your angels, I ask in your white light for you to come through and give me a message. Physically asking out.
Right.
Another way is in your meditation. When people meditate, put the music on behind you, and as you go into your meditation, ask them to reveal themselves to you.
Right.
Ask them to either show you them in picture, show you them in thought, show you them in feeling, or give you the vibration so that you can hear them.
But wait a minute, though. Have we got to be thinking about a certain angel?
No.
No.
Whatever comes to you is the angel that needs to. Just ask, who are you? Reveal yourself.
And just accept it.
Accept it, and sometimes you stop and go write it down.
There are no negative angels, though.
No.
They're only beings of positive light.
That's it, and they just have work to do. We get angry with them, just as if we get angry with what we consider God, because it's not in our time.
Right.
We're struggling.
Is this a daily thing we should be doing?
Yes. You don't have to, but I would say for your highest and best good, why not? The other thing you can do is write to them, even on a computer, and sometimes they'll come in and give you the answers automatically. Or you can hold a pendulum, a necklace, and ask them to give you yes and no answers,
Right.
and they'll give you physical.
Well, that does tend to work because I've done that before, but I would have never have guessed that an angel was helping me do that.
Ask, are you my angel? Which angel are you? And go through them. Or are you someone that I know on the other side? It will tell you.
Now, you've given the names, well, not the actual names, but the duties
Right.
of those angels. Do they have names? Do we need to call upon their name?
If I am doing a reading for somebody and the name comes for the association, I give it to them. Sometimes it's just it could be a letter. It's only for to trigger you as the person, the association. You don't have to know their name.
Right.
You don't have to know their physical feeling. You just have to call them.
Yeah, because, I'm thinking, why would an angel need to be given a name?
He doesn't, but we need to associate.
Right.
So no, they don't need names at all. They don't even need physical form.
Right. Can they actually help us in medical conditions?
Absolutely. You ask your angel of protection to come in and heal. The power of prayer, we know, is just astonishing. So you would say, guardian angel of Tracy and protectant of Tracy, we ask in your divine light with God, if she is meant to be here, please help us heal her.
Right.
Or help the condition stop itself. And they'll check in heaven and they'll say, what do you think? Can we buy her some more time? And this happens on a daily basis. And they say yes, and they'll come in and they'll help.
Right. Because it just made me think about people that have had illnesses. They may have asked for their angel to help, but nothing's happened. They've had to cross over.
But that's because it's God's time.
Right.
And their timing angel knew, their blueprint angel knew that their time was at this, their exit was at this time.
Right. Now, you're writing a book, Tracy, about angels, right? What can we expect in that book?
We can expect everything I'm talking about here and now.
Okay.
And also stories from those that I have met along my journey, confirmations of their angels and how their angels have played a part in their life.
And possibly experiences from some of your clients, too.
Absolutely. That's what this is all about. It's about the journey to enlighten other people.
Okay. And an up-and-coming event for Tracy, for those of you that are interested in the whole angel phenomena, the seminar is called Angels Among Us, and it's on December the 6th at Fess Parker Doubletree Resort at 633 East Cabrillo Boulevard, and that is in Santa Barbara, which isn't really that far from Santa Clarita. And I'm sure you'll be very impressed with what Tracy is going to be speaking about. Tracy, before we wind up the show tonight, is there anything that you would like to say to our viewers about the whole angel phenomena?
Well, no one can tell you to find your angels. You need to find them within yourself. But if you look within yourself, you'll know that you're not alone. And if you find a blessing in the day, you'll know that it was created by yourself and your angels. And just to keep an open mind, know that your angels are also a bridge between you here and the other side.
So if any viewers want to email you with specific questions, they can do that?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
I'm open to that. I have a wonderful website.
And your website is?
www, and it's lowercase Tracy, -Turner.com.
Right.
And if they're ever in the San Diego area, I also want to run a women's group called Soul Sisters.
Right.
And that's a spiritual group for women trying to find their highest and best good.
That's fascinating. Tracy, thank you for being here today. Thank you.
you.
You can check out more on Tracy on my website. And as Tracy said, keep an open mind and an open heart. And until next time, bye-bye.